Have you ever thought, I need to save more money, but where do I start? This video is for you. Welcome to Chime In Money Talk. Today we're answering the most commonly asked budgeting questions and showing you how to actually save, the fast ways, the realistic ways, and most importantly, the sustainable ways. Oh, and make sure to stick around for my answer to the most asked budgeting question, how do I save money fast? Let's get into it. How much of my paycheck should I save? How much of your paycheck you should save really depends on how many years you want to work and what your financial goals are. Do you want to save for your emergency fund, a house down payment, a wedding, a new car, early retirement? If you want to make progress, you really need an understanding of where your money is going right now. An easy way to get started is with spending insights, so you can actually see where your money is going. You might be surprised at how much money you have to put towards your goals once you start paying attention. How do I save without sacrificing quality of life? Quality of life is relative to everyone. Maybe you really care about going out to nice restaurants, but you don't really love traveling. Or maybe someone else really enjoys getting a coffee out every single morning, but they thrift all of their clothes and furniture. My recommendation is to identify 3 areas you really love spending in, and then significantly cut spending in other areas of your life. That way you're prioritizing what you love and sacrificing what you don't. How do I build an emergency fund from scratch? Now, I have built and rebuilt my emergency fund multiple times. The thing about an emergency fund is it's there to be spent when an emergency inevitably pops up. You're most likely going to build this up multiple times in your life. The best way to build an emergency fund is to find tools that can build your savings without having to think too much about it. The first step is having the right account. An emergency fund should always go in a high yield savings account. Even better if you can organize different savings goals inside of your high yield savings account. A Chime savings account is a high yield savings account that can be a home for your emergency fund, so your cash stays separate from your checking and can earn interest while it sits there. You can create a separate goal and label it emergency fund. The second step is to calculate how much you actually need to save. An emergency fund is typically 3 to 6 months of expenses, so you need to calculate out how much your monthly costs are and multiply it by your savings goal. The third step is to automate your savings. Automating savings helps you make progress without any actual effort. You don't even have to think about it, it's just happening in the background, so you can make steady progress every month. Chime's automatic savings tools can help you build an emergency fund in the background by moving money from your paycheck and your everyday purchases straight into savings. Roundups can round up debit card purchases to the nearest dollar and moves the spare change into your savings. And Save When I Get Paid automatically transfers from your checking account into your savings account. But the good news is, once you do it one time, you'll have all the right habits and tools to make it easier the next. How do I track spending automatically? Now, I'm a spreadsheet girl. I love manual tracking, but I know that doesn't work for everyone. Having a tool to track your spending automatically can help you understand your finances without the overhead of manual tracking. Maybe you're spending too much at coffee shops down the street, and this is your intervention. You need to start making coffee at home. It's important to understand how your habits are actually impacting your finances. You can understand how much is coming in and how much is coming out. You're not left guessing every single month. This will help you create financial goals and actually stick to them. What's the best banking app with budgeting tools? There are a ton of apps out there, but I'm obviously going to plug Chime. Spending insights show you exactly where your money is going by category and merchant, so you can spot places to cut back and redirect that money. If you want something simple and straightforward, then find an all-in-one tool like Chime's to stay on top of everything. What's a short-term saving strategy? My favorite short-term saving strategy are sinking funds. Sinking funds are a tool to pre-save for future expenses. For example, if your car insurance gets billed every 6 months for $600, you would save $100 each month leading up to it, so you have that full $600 in your savings account ready to go when you need it. This is one of my favorite strategies because it reduces so much stress on your budget. I like to think about it like budget billing for electricity. Instead of really high payments one month and a really low payment the next, sinking funds help level out your budget throughout the year. I recommend keeping your sinking funds in a high yield savings account so you're always earning on that cash. How can I maximize saving on a regular income? Saving on an irregular income can be stressful. It's hard to plan when you don't know what's coming in every single month. What I recommend doing is establish what your minimum income is every single month. Let's say that's $3,000. You're gonna build your budget around that $3,000, all of your spending and saving. Now, during high income months, you assign the surplus a job. Maybe 30% goes to fund, 50% goes to savings, 20% goes to investing. That way you have a plan for every dollar that comes into your bank account. How to prioritize saving over spending. It can be hard to balance spending and saving, but there are a few strategies to help make it easier. One is getting clear about your goals and your why. Why do you want to save? Do Do you want to buy your dream house? Do you want to retire early? Do you want a new car? Do you want to pay for your children's college? The why is the most powerful part of your finances. It helps drive you forward and stick to your goals even when it gets hard. And the most asked question, how do I save money fast? If you want to save money fast, I have 3 recommendations. The first, try a no buy month. The goal is to spend $0 on non-essentials for an entire month. This takes a lot of discipline and creativity. I actually do a no buy quarter every year where I spend nothing on non-essentials for 3 whole months. I weirdly look forward to it every year and figure out free or low cost things to do for fun. My favorite ways are cooking my way through a cookbook I already own, having board game nights with my friends, and finding local events in my community. This can be a really great way to reset your spending habits. The second, get started with a side hustle. There's only so much we can cut from our expenses each month, so we need to figure out ways to earn more money. My go-to is pet sitting. I could consistently earn a few $100s a month pet sitting, and that money would go right towards my financial goals. I'm really curious if you guys have a side hustle that earns you some consistent income. If you do, let me know what it is in the comments. And the last recommendation is paying yourself first. If you're anything like me, and probably millions of others, you have a tendency to spend money when you see it. What paying yourself first does is automatically set aside a portion of your paycheck to savings so you don't even see it. There's no temptation to overspend, and with Chime, you can automatically set a portion of your paycheck into savings and give yourself that financial security. If you like this video, make sure you hit subscribe for more Chime In Money Talk episodes where we tackle the biggest money questions on the internet. See you on the next one.